Greetings, good evening at the time of this live show and the recording. It is still evening of the Monday, the last day of 4.0. Tomorrow, after a short maintenance, hopefully no more than 4 hours, we're going to welcome Chapter 10, Patch 4.1, a whole new set of bugs and hopefully something fixed. To some of us, very important update to the cartel market sales. Us, because this time I'm included, I'm very eager to see where and how we'll be able to obtain that brand new Arbiter's lightsaber, you know, Kylo Ren's lightsaber, the cross type one. There is no webcam tonight because I actually had to move it away to the other PC and I was lazy to move it back and plug it in. So my apologies. And because of the webcam's non-existence or absence, I've decided to remove the chat overlay as well because it's actually tied. Congratulations for getting the code. Yeah, there was a quick code pasted in the chat at the very beginning of the stream as a thank you. Wow, Sebastian Lingard. Seriously, hey Doc, I haven't seen you in years, man. Maybe you were not aware of my YouTube switch, or maybe you've been busy with other things. I'm very glad to see you around again. And hello everybody else who just joined. Thank you guys for coming. Tonight I'm planning to do, not so quick but not too slow, 2 chapters of the Fallen Empire story from Republic's point of view, but dark side choices. That's why you see Ida on your screens. And the real Ida is actually sleeping behind me on the bed. Any moment now she's probably going to leave. Ida is my dog, in case you don't know. No, Ida is not a person. Well, I don't know, dog is a person in some cultures. Shall we begin? Volk has a guild. Hey Jack, you haven't been visiting my regular Tuesday streams, I suppose. Hey Dart. And another name, of course, I recognize from Twitch. Hey mate, I hate snow. We've had 3 times snowing here in Sofia this year, and I must say it was worth hating it. Chapter 4, the gravestone. Speak to Koth is the first task. I believe after last live show I did with Idas as with my shadow as a main hero or character. I think there was a cutscene in the very beginning of chapter 4 that I skipped unintentionally because I used this character to record a few videos from my brand new but very seriously gaining numbers Datacron lore series. I hope you guys had time to check those. There are many videos, already 18 published in the playlist, but they're very short. And if you have the Datacrons, you don't even need to watch the whole video. You can just enjoy my readings and narrations from the Datacron Codex update. Right, let's click play and let's go do some story. I like that proposal. Let's bet on... Maybe I should make it a little bit more official because it's gonna be really hard, especially now that they don't have chat overlay, to follow things through. Let's make just a verbal bet here, and I might think of a prize for someone for something related to the duration of chapter 10. What do you guys think would be the duration? Senna is the first one to propose 45 minutes. I say 1 hour, 10 minutes. Yeah, surprised? I believe it's gonna be long. But now we are actually starting chapter 4 because this video is gonna be recorded for later viewing. And if someone is watching this a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 5 months from now, they will be disappointed to listen about us talking about other things that are already in the past. Let's enjoy the beginning of chapter 4. It seems I haven't missed anything. They did take my ship and then they brought it back. That's very confusing. Yeah, I'm not supposed to have the ship. They bring it back, a little bit of a spoiler here, in the beginning or in the middle of chapter 9.
Did you think to take any extinguishers when you stole the ship?
I'm considering doing the walkthrough quickly and using the moment that I don't have a webcam or a chat on. I might actually remove my own voice. because currently I'm local recording the video, so I can edit it and remove my microphone voice later. It would be a seamless walkthrough without voiceover. It's gonna be very weird. And so not according to the standards of 2016.
That's 2 more shuttles you owe me.
You didn't even own this one. It really shouldn't count.
It was mine when it crashed. It counts.
I love the jokes between those two.
Quiet. There could be anything out here.
Well, there's wild animals, angry exiles, ungrateful rescuees.
The point is a good one.
Come on, someone else
Fine,
bet on the
fine.
duration for tomorrow's chapter. We only have 2.
Anything
Mine,
on your sensors?
70 minutes, and Senna's 45 minutes.
Large metallic
We need more.
object nearby. Analysis suggests a technological construct, but there are no energy readings.
Whatever it is, it's got better chances of flying than this thing. Engine's fried to a crisp.
Sky troopers won't be far behind us. We need to hide the evidence of our landing.
I'll scavenge you, Barry.
Just like Aaron Prime.
Let's do a
I
trap.
know they're coming. Rig the shuttle to explode when they get close. They'll search more slowly.
57,
once they're worried about
55.
traps.
Not a bad thought.
How
see
can
what
I...
I can do.
Ooh.
I know you have more questions than answers, but we should really keep moving. I
I
promise I'll tell you
think
everything
if I have
can
time
as soon as
tomorrow
we're safe.
morning, I'll put up something like a mini game, a weekly game. I haven't had one of those in a while on my website. So follow the website for the next blog post,
Very well.
probably tomorrow. I don't promise it will come up, but don't worry. There will be a prize tomorrow. So if you are available in the early afternoon, don't miss the story walkthrough. It's not walkthrough, sorry, it's a playthrough because I've never played it before, so it's a first time playthrough. Don't miss that. Chapter 10. As soon as the servers are available. Oh, that was a very short stop, Virus. I did read and check from Tor community a little bit of mind information, but don't worry, I'm not gonna share spoilers. If you want to, everybody can just go on their own and read whatever they need about the chapter 10 chapter. We know actually the names of the next chapters. We know details about the special extra chapter now. Well, we don't know them, it's just that some people dig through the content and found out bits and pieces. I need to quickly rebind, unfortunately, forgive me for that moment of silence. Where is it? Movement. Jump is not supposed to be space, but I had to rearrange some of the keybinds, namely the jump, for the datacrons, because I'm a poor jumper and using 2 keys, control and space, for jumping is really weird. Target nearest enemy is space. That's how we do stuff for PvP.
Stabilizing. Report. Dead. Expiration.
What color do you need to get the white Twi'lek on Dark 10? I have no idea what that means, man. Can you explain a little bit more for dumb people like me? You might guys notice that I actually really have background music. Because I'm locally recording, I'm not afraid that Sony may claim my video. Even if they do, I will still have it. It's not like I would stream for 1, 2, 3 hours and then Sony claims 15 seconds of my video and mute it in 200 countries. Or block it, which is even worse. The next object is the one right there in front. Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Stamina increased. +1. Kill counter.
+1, he's happy. Are we checking this? Okay, it's not that one. We need something bigger. In this open world section on Zakul and on Odessan, No, not on Odessen yet. Sorry, that's a spoiler. Odessen is something for the future.
You act more like a
so
bodyguard
Zaku,
than an assassin. Is that your primary
after
function?
tomorrow, will be farmable for
It is a
crafting
very difficult
materials.
task indeed
Many.
that I've kept Masters Beniko and Vortina
You've got my
alive.
stream on
Despite
Xbox.
their
Wow.
high-risk activities is my greatest achievement.
Two of them seem close.
Deflection. I am not programmed to assess or discuss the emotional matters of meatbags under my protection. Target has achieved deadness. +1 to kill counter.
Okay. There was absolutely no rotation here. Oh, hi Zen. What the hell are you doing here? I'm still taking your money, don't worry. I just had stream to finish before we go to that. Are we done with the big spiders yet? Again, yes, it has become my habit now. Oh, big one. Hey, big. Hello, biggie. I want to kill the big one first, because that's what I've decided. Come on, dude. Die already, please. My droid started healing, wow. That's such good news.
Admiration. It is a great pleasure to witness your skills firsthand, Master.
Master?
Clarification. Master Beniko altered my programming before we secured your release. I am to serve you with the same unexcelled loyalty with which I serve her. In fact, your survival is now my highest priority.
Doc. I still have a habit of calling you Doc. I don't know if you prefer that or maybe your real name that is displayed
I'm
on
no
YouTube.
more important than Lana or Koth.
I wonder
Don't
why do you have
prioritize me
Xbox
above
video and
Concession.
chat on the phone
I will
separated?
alter my
Is Xbox not
prioritization
capable
as
of
you
displaying
request,
video
Master.
and chat at the same
Gossip.
time?
I had not been led to expect such selflessness.
Or
from
maybe
you,
it's not
Master.
convenient,
I
comfortable.
am impressed. Resumption. Shall
Do I
we
make you
continue?
type on your phone? You do. You can hate me for that. I'm fine. And we're still looking for a big thing. I like being stealth. And in nearly half a level, I will be a much better stealth class. It's not directly involved with the stealth. What the hell? Oh yeah, it is a corridor, one line only. There is no way to get lost, and I almost did. You have weird audio, as in someone is narrating in weird English language? Yeah, that can never happen without my stream. Hey, Rico. I am a voice in your head. Obey me. Do the weird things the voice tells you. Are we jumping? I suppose. Oh, there it is. Something big. Worthy enough to be
Is
noticed.
this the object you picked up on your sensors?
Confirmation. Yes, Master.
Well, I've
closer
never
scan
ever owned a
suggests that
console.
this object has
And I'm
been
gonna
here
touch
for several
one that's
centuries.
actually really serious. For the very first time in my life, I mean modern console, sorry. I've played all of the old classic ones and I owned a bunch of them. But ever since PlayStation and Xbox and all the variations through the years, I've never touched any of those. So I really don't know much about that. The weird thing is I'm gonna play for a full week PlayStation 4 with my brother when I visit him in London in a couple months. We're actually already thinking about what we could play together. He's really excited to show me how fun console gaming is. I'm still a PC guy. We do have those friendly trolling sessions from time to time.
Centuries? Of all the
That
junk out
blur
here,
effect
you
power
had to find
introduced
the
with
antique.
Observation. Visible
well,
design
originally with the
elements do not
cinematics
match
they
any
brought
from
it up for
Zakuran
4.0,
culture,
but in the
antique
cutscene
or
in the
modern.
game it was
Not from
available
Zakuran.
after 3.2.1 patch
Could it be?
3.2.1. It's really enhancing the gameplay and the feel of the game. The main characters, the
doesn't
important
overthink
characters from the
things.
scene are just brought up and to the front, and everything else is
Do
blurred
you
to the
have
back.
any idea what this is?
The focus is switching. What is this? Let's be, I don't know, dumb.
I'd say it's a completely worthless hunk of junk.
It might shelter us
junk.
from rain, at least.
This is the gravestone. This was the only ship that ever went up against the Eternal Fleet and won. Do you have any idea how long people have been looking for this thing?
And we just happened to stumble upon it.
You said this ship went up against the Eternal Fleet and won? But it's rusting in a swamp while the fleet is still around.
The fleet is even older than Valkorion, maybe even older than Zakul. The battles happened centuries ago. Nobody knows the details of the whole war, but every story talks about the gravestone. One ship with the firepower to take on the Eternal Fleet. This is fate. We get your Outlander. Find exactly the weapon we need. We're going to win this thing, Lana.
I wonder if
It's
Cot at least,
destiny.
or maybe
It's
if not him,
certainly no
just older people would
coincidence,
stop
but
calling me
destiny?
Outlander. It's
I think
just
there's
playing
something else going
annoying.
on here.
There is no such thing as destiny.
I'm with Lana. Destiny's a bedtime
That's
story.
what she believes.
Believe what you want. I'll take what fate sends my way. Let's have a look inside, huh?
Assessment. Nearby signs of animal activity suggest local predators may be using this wreck as a nesting ground. Caution is advised.
We'll split up, deal with any wildlife, then regroup to plan our next move.
In the background, I'm refreshing every other minute, waiting for the patch notes for tomorrow's update, eager to see what the hell we're gonna face. You guys eager? Or maybe we already know everything, including the big thing, crafting changes.
More where that came from.
Okay. The entrance is clear. Do I really have to fight the stupid birds? Maybe no. What if I leave them here? I never had a chance to do that until now. Simply because I've never played with the stealth class.
These creatures are hardly cunning.
But it would be fun if they disappear magically without me clearing.
Yeah! Clearing these things out?
Crap.
Very easy.
Just realized
Easiest
that's
thing
really
ever.
my quest.
Time to take a stand.
What the hell is this?
Target down.
A shadow stride. Oh yeah. Alright then, second area cleared. I will have to go back.
I can do this all day. More where that came from.
You know, for the purposes of this Fallen Empire story playthrough, not for me, for everybody else, I think it would be more beneficial to play the third spec. Just because of the AoE and the fact that the mobs just fall off on their own.
Wouldn't mind a challenge now and then.
Upgrading your gear, you mean about new crafted gear? Yeah, it's a very, very good decision to not
This all
brush
day.
this. Alright, fourth section is cleared. Hey Marius! You have dedicated your full name to a SWTOR Let's Play. That's interesting, man. I'm afraid I've never checked your channel, but whatever you're doing, I hope it's SWTOR related. Can we enter this? Not yet. Bye bye, Jack. Have fun at school, if that's at all possible. We've got vegetation inside the ship. I love that. Special kind of grass that doesn't need sun. Even better. Really? Oh, that's because he's in healing mode. How about if I switch to DPS? No, actually. There is a funky fight incoming. Let's keep him as a healer. Defeat the ancient Iconide Guardian. Come on. Come at me. A worthy fight, I might say. It actually managed to spawn 2 groups. Maybe a third one if I keep slowing down. Oh, seriously? You're still alive? There we go. Third group, okay. There is very little AoE attached to this spec. Infiltration isn't exactly friendly to AoE, unless of course I played properly and used the procs. But pretty much the only AoE I have is Whirling Blow, even though I have boosted it with Lambastle, whatever the name it is. I can't really read it. And it was boosted also here somewhere. That's the one. Increase the critical chance of Whirling Blow by 15% and its critical damage by 30%. And this is on top of the normal critical that we have. The extra percent is not affected by diminishing returns, which is awesome.
The endless swamp. After the damage you inflicted, they couldn't have made a safe landing anywhere else.
And if they didn't make a safe landing?
We'll know soon enough. Sky Troopers, sweep the area. Focus on regions with high metallic sensor readings.
I oversaw security in the Carbonite prison. I humbly submit myself to answer for this failure.
You are forgiven.
Sister.
I didn't like his answer.
10,000 per target? No. Well, I don't know actually. I don't have good, decent endgame gear to measure it with something. But no, there is no way this thing can crit on my character right now. If I show you what type of a horrible gear I have,
So
you would
this
be,
ship has been here for 1,000 years.
Laughing.
Right. It's amazing that it's in such good condition, considering. Judging by the damage I've seen, the stories are true. Whoever built the gravestone scuttled it themselves after the Eternal Fleet was defeated. It wasn't shot down.
The fleet was defeated but not destroyed. Valkorion brought it back under his own control more than a century ago.
Exactly. The Eternal Fleet is totally automated. Nobody knows who first built it, and every theory is crazier than the last.
Renegades left behind after a successful droid revolution.
You see the damn effect of the moving camera. Something I should have thought about 10 years ago when they were building the original
Like I
game.
said, crazy stuff. But no matter where it came from, the Eternal Fleet is practically unstoppable. And Arkan controls every single ship from the throne.
So against this giant, unstoppable fleet, we have ourselves and an ancient wreck that may never fly again?
When you put it that way, how could we lose?
Regardless, we have many other things to discuss. I owe you 5 years' worth of explanations.
And I'm gonna need some
Yeah,
parts
you
to
better
get
start
this thing moving
explaining.
again.
Locating supplies and fresh water would also be wise.
What to do? Well, I don't think it really matters that much, so
I'll
let's
help
go
you
with
find
Lana
what we
first.
need, Lana.
Very well.
Assertion. I will begin a patrol pattern to ensure that no enemy forces report our position.
You mean Deception is tedious before the 20s? What exactly would make... Actually, I can't check it. The Eternal Fleet. Take readings from groundwater. 3 of those. Let's see. Can I map closer? I think it was available. Yep. Let's try this. Carnivorian Strike was... Which one again? I don't exactly remember the skills, especially when I play both Republic and Empire of the same class. You might remember the previous walkthrough series I had here with Sianka, even though she only played the original first 3. I don't know what to call them anymore. They used to be called chapters, but now they're not chapters. I don't know what exactly they are, because we do have the Fallen Empire chapters, and when I say chapter 3, people will think something different. Okay, a little bit quicker, please. Ah, thank you. That one. Well, actually, that character was level 60 at the time of 4.0 launch, so I don't really remember what it was before that. I can't even remember what I did from 55 to 60, but oh, it must have been Rishi and Yavin. Of course it was Rishi and Yavin. I have the famous hat, the pirate hat. Let's do a blackout and move a little bit quicker. Now we listen to Lana's story.
Take a breath.
Oops. Get lost, mouse.
When Darth Mar and I faced Valkorion, we knew right away. He was the Sith Emperor, Lana.
I know. When he was struck down, it released ripples through the Force.
It is surprising, Zen, that
the Sith Emperor's
2 months
presence in
after you
past,
left, you still remember
unsilenced
everything.
On Yavin 4, we all
And you
sensed what
claim
had
you're
happened.
never
Arkan
coming back
invaded soon
this
after,
time.
claiming that an
Although I believe you
outlander
said
had
the same the
assassinated
previous
his
time.
father, the immortal Emperor. It didn't take long for us to unravel the truth.
Which side did Arkan attack first?
Both. Ships from the Eternal Fleet struck at shipyards and rallying points for both sides simultaneously. They favored ambush tactics throughout the war.
Are you enjoying, Zen, the live show from your brand new Windows, whatever it is, phone or tablet?
Only vessels retrofitted with isotope.
You really made me
fire
interested
managed to
in
outrun
what
them.
the hell Microsoft has
None
done
could
with the
truly
mobile operating system. No, 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 don't kill it. Yeah, okay, kill it. Oh yes, of course. I can tell when you're on PC, you never use capital letters unless the mobile phone forces you to. That's something actually very noticeable for pretty much everybody. Almost no one uses capital letters for anything in chat, including me when I'm lazy or in a hurry.
How long did the Republic and the Empire manage to hold out?
Within 3 months, the bulk of our naval forces were disabled or eliminated, and the Republic was in the same situation. With naval superiority, Arkan's forces could begin choking off supply lines, trade, any ship travel at all. The Eternal Fleet seemed to be everywhere at once. Coruscant and Drummond Cast were blockaded by the
How
end of the
exactly
first
can
year.
it be everywhere at once? We know it's not piloted and controlled by human beings. It's all robotic. I can't wait to destroy a bunch of ships with one laser beam. But that's a spoiler for the, I think, the ending of this chapter or the beginning of the next one. We'll see. I think it's the beginning of the next one, chapter 5. What is the population here? 1 instance? 23 people. Okay, I would say that's relatively low. Yeah, you're the typo king on PC. Please!
How did it end?
The
That
members of the
typo
Dark Council
reminded
fought
me.
Arkan's
You
invasion
sent me a
ruthlessly and
personal
lost.
message on Twitter before
Our
I
Empire's
started the
treaty
live
was
stream
ultimately
today.
negotiated by the Minister of
You
Logistics.
laughed at me for
Chancellor
making a
Suresh
typo
also
in one of my
refused to
videos,
discuss
and you never
surrender.
told me what the hell
Republic
did I do.
Senate managed to overrule her.
What did I
A
mistype?
cadre of senators negotiated their own ceasefire terms. All of those senators have since been disgraced or dismissed. I'm sure you can imagine the likely culprit.
What about the Jedi Order?
I know that they suffered heavy losses, but that's the extent of my information. I've sent agents to find out more, but none have returned. I wish I had more to tell you. So far, the treaties with Zakul have held, but that will not last forever.
Oh? What? Oh, you don't want to tell me the typo? You want it to remain there? Well, if it isn't printed into the video, there is no way for me to fix it. Oh, I said 110 alacrity? Oh, crap. I definitely have to make an annotation about that, or someone will be really pissed off if they gear up first and then realize what the hell stupid thing I've told. Thank you. I'll make sure to correct it. If you could please maybe point me out where it is. Good luck with the red dog. What are you doing? I'm glad to hear you've sorted out the notifications. And don't forget about the reminders. Every time I post an event, there is a button remind me about that. So it is, that's not exactly a typo, that's just me being stupid. Plainly. Well, yeah, I'm afraid I've said these advices about the 110% accuracy a few times. And I will have to go through, what is it, 25 minutes video to find it. Always nice to have you around, Zen. You're always so extremely polite.
Should feel better now. That's the end of that one.
Yeah, okay, you can call it troll. No, I haven't tried that. Sounds interesting, actually. There is the pathway that I forgot. Maybe I could have avoided fighting that big thing. That looks like a rancor, but really is a nightmarish monster. Whatever you're doing, dog, good luck. I hope you get some nice loot. What was the weekly this week? Karagas Palace, I think. Yeah. I don't want to speak to you. Go away. Damn it. I don't think she will give up. It's one of my more favorite scenes, this one here. Very magical place with very damn nice
freshwater
music.
spring.
Maybe if
It
I
should
shut
be
up
safe
so
for
you can
drinking.
hear the music, it would be better. Sorry. You aim to please. Oh, so nice.
So the Eternal Fleet overwhelmed both the Republic and the Empire. What was the result?
Both sides are forced to pay a heavy tribute to Zakul, mainly raw materials and resources. They're also held under an arms limitation statute. The Empire and the Republic are both breaking it, of course, but they're still incapable of challenging the throne directly.
Who's in charge of the Republic now?
Suresh reached the end of her term limits recently, but her replacement is a carefully selected puppet. She still runs things, even if she isn't officially the Chancellor anymore.
And the Empire?
Only one member of the Dark Council remained after the chaos. Darth Asina. She now rules as Empress of the Sith. Both sides see this only as an opportunity to eliminate one another at a time of weakness, instead of combining what strength they have.
Broke the other leg, what the hell?
Arkan does nothing to prevent violence between them, so long as their tribute is paid and no one challenges Zakuul's superiority.
Even after all of this time, Suresh is ruining the Republic. Something needs to be done.
Suresh and her lackeys aren't our most urgent concern. Their resources can't help us, not yet. Powerful Zakuulan battle stations have been placed in orbit around key worlds to watch for possible uprisings. But there are no ongoing planetary occupations. The ships of the Eternal Fleet simply patrol at random, while the tribute paid to Zakuul gradually chokes all economic potential.
What about my team?
Oh,
My
the
ship.
Maga statue.
I have allies looking for them
No,
as we
but
speak.
I must
With
actually
all of the
probably
chaos of the
start
last few
loading
years, though, it
pictures.
will take time to
I
earn
have
them.
two of each now. I have
For
two
now, we
Vaders
make do
and
with
two
ourselves, Koth, and
Malguses.
HK.
Malgus SS. Whatever. One big and one small. Oh,
As long
alright,
as you're
flirting
here.
option.
There's nothing we can't handle.
The feeling
Awesome.
is mutual. It truly is a relief to see you again.
Is that why you went to so much trouble to rescue me?
Before you were captured, you accomplished things no one else dared to attempt. You changed the galaxy more than once, and if things have ever needed to change, now is the time.
No, where is my kiss?
But there is something else.
Did you see that little bit of a
I've felt it
head
since
shake?
the moment I found you in Carbonite.
Hmm.
There's a power in you, something new. It's elusive, but I know it's there.
Well, we're gonna flirt with each other, let's be
I
honest.
think you're right, Lana. I think the Emperor, Valkorion, is in my mind.
What?
After he died, there was a storm of energy. I barely even remember being thrown into the carbon freezing chamber. And then, while I was frozen, I saw things. Dreamed about him. About everything that happened while I was gone.
It can't be. If he were controlling you, I'd know it. I certainly saw enough of it on Ziost.
I don't think he's trying to control me. Not directly, anyway. He was trying to convince me to work with him.
Whatever he's doing, we can be
That's
sure
how
that
it
he's always
starts.
trying to deceive us somehow. I believe in you. And I appreciate your honesty.
I really enjoyed the
I'll
little bit
remain
of
watchful for any influence he might
Suresh
have over
trashing
you.
here in this
For the
cutscene,
time
in the
being,
previous
though,
one
we have
actually.
no choice but to proceed.
I don't know why
about
and
the
what
others?
really makes me
They
hate or
wouldn't
dislike
understand. And like you
Suresh.
said, we really don't know anything for sure yet. Let's keep the
It
matter
must
between
have
us for
something
now.
to do with her constant spamming the first time you go on Taris. You know, with the hollow statue on the starport. Very frustrating. And that dates back to 2011, damn it.
Salutation. It is a pleasure to see you again
Hi,
so
droid.
soon, Masters. I have encountered minimal resistance in my patrol.
How minimal?
Reassurance. Only one
Yeah,
sky
just
trooper and
20,
3
30
local
spiders,
predators
nothing
with
special.
poor survival instincts. Our position appears to be secure at this time, but I would still advise caution on your return trip, Masters.
If you've already spotted enemy scouts, more are bound to be coming. Keep patrolling.
Reassurance. I will annihilate any potential threat that approaches the gravestone.
The state of the galaxy. With the sudden arrival of the Internal Empire, the galaxy was turned upside down, and the rest you can read when I publish the video if you haven't read it from your own gameplay. Right now I can really quickly teleport myself back to the gravestone, which we're doing our best to not allow it to become our graveyard.
I've got you.
I was trying to remember the exact same thing, Sana, when I mentioned Suresh, and I cannot do it, damn it. I know that she became right in front of our eyes, the governor. but I couldn't remember what the hell was the name of the previous one. This way, please. I really must consider seriously replaying the bounty hunter class again, one of the possible choices for the bounty hunters. Because I've actually played it once with story fully, and once with just quick leveling during, I don't know, I think it was a double XP or 12 XP event, and I was skipping story. And I really remember almost nothing from the story. That's bad.
Hey there. Did you find something tasty?
We definitely found something.
Something
Great.
tasty.
I've got a pretty good idea of the parts we'll need. Let's go see what we can find. Stay on your feet.
We go again. This time for Kot. I wonder if I should make him hate me. Kot really hates my Sith Marauder. And it wasn't really intentional, he just always disagrees with whatever I pick as an option for a dialogue choice. Ooh, a speeder. I forgot about it. Let's go there. Or if not that, Rico, they should make it stop when you click it. As in a radio, you know, you turn on the radio, you turn off the radio. Someone left the radio on when you land into the starport, then you go click the holocron, the holofigure, and it stops talking. Just like the holofigures in Lost Island. You remember the side quest there? You click the holofigure and the special kind of a person, I probably shouldn't give away secrets if you haven't played it for yourself. Maybe you would be interested to do that, but it's a special kind of a doctor that starts talking to you. And they don't just talk to you when you pass through them. You know how close I am to this very important update? What the hell are you? Okay. This really is one of the items I need. Big, cute. It is a Rancor. Seriously? Okay then. Oh, come on. So, is it possible that maybe Kot... Oh, how the hell did I do that? Really? Alright. Solo kill. I don't mind. I can count that easily. Ooh, for a solo kill. 1600 grades? Not bad. I would probably have to say thank you for the Rancor that dropped me money. How the Rancor obtained the 1621 credits is a mystery. Maybe he was going to buy lunch with it. Oh, that's not what I meant, Rico. You have to click that every single time you pass through the starport. Yeah, a little bit annoying. But at least you can feel that awesome feeling of joy when you make her shut up. You don't think that's appealing? I like the idea. Shut up, Governor. Number 3. Oh, really? Did that spawn so quick, or they just never despawn? Okay, I guess it just spawned quickly. It's the exact same one I used a moment ago. Investigate the debris reading. Alright. Go back through the same tunnel. How about this method for a quicker transportation? Okay, that's a better solution. Turn her hollow statue into a ops dummy. Yeah, you can bash her until she shuts up. That's nice. She wouldn't shut up until you prove that you're worthy and you deal enough DPS for whatever level your character is. It's a little bit too complicated for just messing up with a hollow statue.
Target down.
You're not supposed to see me, monsters. Did I not tell you that? That's right, you don't see me. Oh, hello, cutie. How many is that? 3 mobs, 3 lurkers bashing on Kot, and they couldn't even take like 10% of his HP. He isn't
It's
overpowered, no.
destiny. I ditch all these parts before we crash. We find the gravestone, and then what do we need to get it flying? Honestly, it's plain as day. Not for Lana, though. For her, it's all just skill and luck and coincidence.
I didn't come out here to philosophize. I just want to get off this planet. The sooner, the better.
Can't disagree with that too much. Lana's told me about all the things you've done. More than once. Half the reason I agreed to this crazy rescue was to see if you were actually real. So, I figure I know all about your past. You deserve to know mine. Lana might have told you I was the captain of a warship during Arkan's campaign against the Core Worlds. My crew and I deserted, but I'm not going to pretend we didn't do our share of damage beforehand. Just thought you should hear it from me.
Lana mentioned that you deserted instead of following orders. What was the order?
We were holding territory on Denon. Locals rioted and orders were to open fire until they stopped. None of us even wanted to be there. Massacring civilians? That's not how Zakul is supposed to operate.
I feel like these last 3-4 sentences that Kot just mentioned are taken
Deserting
out of the
doesn't
script
undo
for
what
episode
you
7.
did. Make
You
one
guys know
wrong
how it
move,
begins?
and I'll end you.
So glad
Very,
I
very
could
similar.
be honest with you. One more thing, as long as we're being honest. I know things were hairy back there, but a lot of innocent people died. A lot. That's not what I signed up for. I'm in this to save Zakul from Arkan, not to tear it down with him. I need to know that you're on board with that too.
I can flirt with him as well. Ah,
I'm in this to win.
not on this character.
No matter what the cost.
And sooner or later, we're going to have a problem. Come on. Let's get this stuff back to the gravestone.
Request. Please rendezvous at my current coordinates at your earliest convenience, Masters. I require assistance.
Plastic droid.
The droid needs help. Yeah, there is no teleport. Oh, there is, I think, yeah. I should be able to teleport right there. Hello, Alos. I keep refreshing for patch notes as well, yeah. Unfortunately, there is nothing. And they're already late. Should have been posted already. this one, where the other people are. Come on, Eric, tight. Give us the patch notes.
Please, save us.
Oh, there is a dark side
What the hell
option
is
here,
going on here?
if I remember
What
correctly.
did you do to them?
Protestation. I have done nothing to these pitiable meatbags, Master. They were merely bystanders when I destroyed a group of Sky Troopers. They've requested our help in escaping the enemy's notice.
Please, we're no danger to you. We were exiled for protesting Emperor Arkan's war. We've already lost 2 of our friends. Please, is there anything you can do for us?
There it is, a dark side option.
We have more important things to do. Deal with your own problems.
It's definitely not something a true Jedi would say.
I have a bit of food on me. Here. I wish we could do more.
He starts hating me now. Return to the gravestone, and we will.
Are much improved.
What do you want, HK?
You're sure we can make it fly again?
She'll fly. Just been waiting for somebody to come along and remind her how.
Let's get to work then.
Oh, the porn music begins. Patch notes are available. Woohoo! Just about now. Game update 4.1 Anarchy in Paradise patch notes. Whoa, lengthy one. Unfortunately, everything is about the crafting changes. And very well timed, Bioware, just as we're listening to the porn music and enjoying this peaceful and quiet moment. Hey Mike, how are you doing? Preparing for the patch tomorrow? I just came up with that reminder. Do not hurry up to patch tomorrow, guys. As soon as you see that the patch server is up, don't rush to do it. You don't want to fail your patch, block your game and be forced to, I don't know, attempt crazy long things to repair it or even reinstall the whole client. Just save yourself that trouble, please. Wait for someone else to confirm it. Wait for the servers to be up. I don't expect there will be a huge patch for download, but we'll see that tomorrow for sure. That's for role-playing purposes, if you ask me, right? When you want to do some roleplay stuff in your stronghold, that's when you can use that ability without the weapon. There is absolutely no other reason why such a thing would be in the patch notes, or a change at all. Well, I do know what's included in tomorrow's chapter, but since I don't want to give away spoilers, I won't be mentioning any mined information that I've been reading today. It is very possible the patch would be bigger, yeah. If it's 4 gigabytes, that means it won't be downloadable in 2 minutes exactly. Are we done yet with this? Come on, man. Finally, the big mom died. Poor mom. Well, I had a template prepared already for about 2 hours now, so I immediately posted the patch notes. For those who are not really refreshing the page and need a reminder. We've almost finished repairing the ship, now it's time to fly! Yay, Coty's happy. What's dorm? That's probably a word I'm not familiar with. Oh, it is a tank. Was that the green one? I think if it was the green one, then it's a tank. Just reading quickly Wikipedia actually for the real and true lore about Sureso. Yeah, it is a tank one. The purple one is DPS, yep. But the purple one, if I remember correctly, should be given to you from the discipline tree at level 10, so you would be absolutely certain which one you're supposed to use. You know, I haven't played the Guardian tank ever, so I don't really know what is inside the tank tree. We begin chapter 5, right here, right now. Or maybe in a moment, okay. In a moment. If you're playing a Guardian or a Juggernaut, I would advise you to go with the third one, Focus. The relics getting a passive increase is a huge boost, yeah. I've made a comment about that in my crafting overview video. Really good, something by default being boosted because of... Well, for free, basically. We didn't ask for that, we don't really need it. But because Bauer wanted to fit crafted relics better than the ones we already have, I had to boost the other ones, so still the operation relics would be more beneficial than the craftable ones. And they're adding crit, if I remember correctly. Yeah? Don't remember if they mentioned how much crit. Maybe they mentioned it now in the patch notes.
What my children are capable of. You are better prepared for the trials our partnership will bring.
The operation relics will get crit bonus.
We will face many challenges together, but when the time comes...
Which means the 220 are still going to be weaker than the token ones, even though it's the same number.
...will course through you.
Get ready for a fight, people! They found us!
And I believe that's gonna be the difference, the crit plus boost bonus. Well, endurance, yeah, but who actually cares about the endurance on DPS? Yay! I'm actually really happy about that, because I've got the last passive, the new passive, and the last one as well. Fracturing Force. Level 64 passive increases the damage dealt by Shadow Technique's Force Breach by 5%, and additionally activating Shadow Stride while Shadow Technique is active, and it builds 3 Breaching Shadows. That means I can really nicely open with Force Breach without using Force Potency. I think. Let's read it one more time. Well, tomorrow you will be able to get relics from the second boss of the Nova, and everybody's gonna be farming the Nova, so why not do that? So again, increase damage on the Shadow Techniques Force Breach by 5%. Okay, that's a passive damage boost, nice. Additionally, activating Shadow Stride. Well, Shadow Technique is active. Shadow Stride is the opener from the back. So I open with that one, and then I get free 3 boost points for Force Breach. Alright. Well, that's a possibility, of course. I don't have to open with Shadow Stride, but I tend to like that for PvE leveling, because as soon as I exit stealth, I have a very nice boost for, forgot, was it 6 or 9 seconds? I'm too lazy to go through this again. But I think it was 6 seconds after I exit stealth and begin combat. I have a very nice boost to my force regeneration. That's absolutely true, yes, but you will have a chance for a 224, which is considerably more powerful than the 220. That obviously depends on what you have in the moment. Wait, now I've misread something. Activating Shadow Strike while Shadow Technique is active. I do have Shadow Technique, it's the toggle for this spec. AC is my favorite, and it's very possible that tomorrow, unfortunately, we're only going to farm the first 2 bosses 4 times in a row, because we need the loot from them. And we don't need anything else from the operation for our main team. But we desperately need the remaining relics. Got a very good boost for both tank and DPS. And for a healer, of course. A relic is one of the best tokens you can give to a tank, so we prioritize the tanks in this loot specifically.
That's just the first
Obviously,
wave.
for a
They
main
have more
hand
on
and
the way.
offhand, we prioritize
The gravestone will be ready soon. I just need
DPS.
Don't say 3 minutes.
Implants as well, yeah.
Buy me some time. I'll get us airborne.
But
with you.
somehow
HK,
we
stay
ended up,
behind and help
most of us needing relics last. I don't know why and how
Until
that
I say
happened.
so. Don't touch anything.
Probably bad management in the first week when we had EV farmable. I mean, not farmable, it's always been farmable. Just word farming. Oh crap, yeah, I have to go around. Can I just escape? No.
That's the end of that one. Yes, I'm still here. Haven't gone anywhere.
And after we finish those 3 or 4 quick, hopefully quick runs with different various groups from the same 8 or 9 people we're bringing tomorrow, we're going for the first 4 bosses, hopefully within 3 hours of raid time, all of this. First 4 bosses in the temple is probably what I should have said and I forgot. This is the plan. Open for me, thank you. Well, we are outside already. This is the moment where I died. Don't know if you guys remember, I was live streaming this, and not this pool, but the next one killed me. I was too careless, I left myself without an active companion, and there was nothing to heal me and save me. No, we haven't done heaven yet. but we are doing it. We had a little bit of a practice and a little bit of an issue last week. We've got about 5 hours of attempting Revan now. None of us has ever killed Revan. In my previous team, back in 3.x generation, nobody was really interested for the damn Revan boss. He was considerably tougher then. A lot easier now.
Koth did say there were more on the way.
Something I've learned to count on regarding Archon. There will always be more. That's the end of that one. Should feel better now.
That's where I'm gonna fail if I don't pay attention to the damn shielded one.
Challenge accepted and met.
Are you done? Yes, he is. So I finally have a reason to use Shadow Stride on cooldown as a spammable ability after level 64.
Somewhat worthy opponent. That's the end of that one.
Oh, I seriously like the boost Shadow Stride is bringing at level 64. What was that? Am I lagging or? Without a proc, I like spending force. Stop, talk to me. Hey Sekras, how are you doing? Preparing for tomorrow's patch? Well, I don't really think Gap Closer is needed for leveling and for PvE stuff, even at endgame. For PvP, obviously, it's a totally different song. You missed the beginning, Sekras. Hello, Godmother. That's with a different meaning. God slash mother.
You got one of the knights
or
to switch
God
sides.
dash mother.
Not all of us blindly follow Archon.
No, the webcam is here. I don't know why you can't see it. Just a little friendly trolling.
High Justice, we have the Outlander.
I do hope you're up to fighting your own, Senya.
My issue isn't with them. But if they're going to stand in my way...
I see you found another pragmatist.
Stow the chatter. Prove you can fight.
Styrak, do you mean when we are going for the apparition, or maybe when you're going to the 4 ghosts after the apparition?
The Emperor will be avenged! The Emperor will be avenged!
Hey, that's a big one.
They'll regret facing us.
He'll have to do better than that. He'll have to do better than that.
put up a good
I
fight.
like it when someone else is tanking. It's so rare during leveling process. Oh, stop saying that. Nobody's gonna revenge or, sorry, avenge the Emperor. I told you stop saying that. It's not a good idea to piss off Shadow. They do all kinds of nasty tricks to you from the back. Okay, yes, we will avenge him. Or maybe next time. There is loot. Oh yeah, that's gonna be miles better than whatever crap I'm wearing. That's one of the reasons why I'm killing things slow. And just like Zentrax asked, I don't know, for 30 minutes earlier, look at what crap item I'm using. It's not that crap actually, it's only 9 levels below. And it's green. You killed them all, what are you doing?
Zildron's wedge! We have the Outlander. You may kill the others.
Why
Get
did you
out of
choose
here. Save
Senya?
yourself.
Hey Nick! Welcome, it's nice to see you. Oh, everything is frozen, we get to talk to the big one.
What is this?
An opportunity. You're out.
What else could it be?
Death is all but certain for your Sith friend. I could save her. I only require the briefest moment of control.
My first companion to reach 50 was Doc,
Accept my help,
on my Sentinel
or
obviously.
watch her die.
I don't know, now that we have a chance to
Choose
play with every other
Time
companion,
has not
I still keep Doc. Ooh, dark side choice. Yes, of course, I can use help.
Take care of it.
Gladly.
Gladly. I wish I could say it like he does. Hey, friendly fire. Wait, wait. We don't want to kill
Was
the
that
good ones.
Him. The power at your disposal.
I was coming to help, but looks like you didn't need it.
Is the gravestone ready
Yeah,
for takeoff?
go back to the ship.
Far as I can tell, looks like we've got everyone. Let's go.
No, wait. Where's Senya?
Excuse me? Where's who?
Here I am. Let's move out.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hang on. She's your help? If you think I'm letting that piece of work on my ship, you're out of here.
Interjection. Many more hostiles are approaching. Permission to defend with extreme prejudice.
No more fighting. We must leave Zakul.
I'll prep the engines. Be ready to move.
The ship will never pull itself up from the muck. We'll have to give it a push.
Firing up the engines.
Yeah, go down and
We
push.
can do this.
Concentrate. Feel the force as it ripples through you.
They're doing it. They're actually doing it. Can you believe it?
Size matters not.
The ship is
Remember?
rising. Conclusion, belief is not
Master
required.
Yoda's teachings.
Glad you worked that out.
Now get in here so we can finally get moving.
It's very possible at early levels to feel force starved. You know that so many passives are going to boost the force regeneration later on. I can't really tell how it is at low levels. As I've mentioned already, I play my Shadow later on. I did play the same spec on the Empire side, and I don't really remember being starving, man. You remember to always start from stealth? I wouldn't call it easier, but it's just more simple for PvE leveling. Or maybe even for solo, probably because of the self-heals. Is that what you meant? I love that field, which I can't remember how it was named on the Republic side. I'm not continuing this, guys. You know that when I click to continue, it's gonna bring us to chapter 6, and that would be for the next live show. You want to go through the patch notes very quickly while we're still here? Let's go and do that. The official patch notes for game update 4.1. Chapter 10, Anarchy in Paradise. Continue the Knights of the Fallen Empire storyline with a new chapter featuring the infamous mercenary Firebrand. We know who Firebrand is, but if you don't know, I'm not gonna spoil. Well, probably all of us were present during the last BioWare live stream when they talked about story. Players who were subscribed on February 1st have immediate access tomorrow to this new chapter. Tomorrow is 9th of February. And it will be available for all other subscribers on Thursday, February 11th, 2 days later. BioWare is gonna do the very same thing for every new chapter they are releasing each month. Remember, every 4 weeks we're gonna have a new chapter. But since a month is longer than 4 weeks, I actually expect they're gonna start doing this pretty much in the same time for every month. Or did they say 5 weeks? I think they said 4. They fixed that? Oh, I'm gonna get to that then in a moment. And hi Sweat. New alliance alert. Really? A little boss, help Blizz and his new crew defeat a rival gang to bring him into your alliance. We know that Blizz is coming with 4.1. We didn't know exactly how that's gonna happen. Well, those who didn't check mine, the information didn't know. Crafting update. With the release of 4.0, we made, that's a quote, that's why I'm saying we made a pass at focusing and streamlining crew skills, and with 4.1 we're continuing this effort. Higher skill, new materials, schematics, missions, and more. See below for the full rundown. And this is the highlight section for the patch notes. That's how BioWare begins. Let's maybe switch to this screen so everybody can see what I'm doing. General, increase the item stack limit to 9,999 because finally, thank God, we don't need to stack the same crafting materials on full cargo bay because we really like farming those. Increase the max grass render distance to 200 meters up from 64 because we don't make our hardware crying loud enough, so we need to burden it a little bit more. Seriously though, for solo play, extending the grass distance, the rendered through grass, the 3D grass rendered distance is very nice because it will help brighten up the picture, make it a little bit more beautiful, or probably a lot more beautiful depending on where you are. If you're on Tatooine, I suppose that wouldn't have much of an effect. Fixed an issue that caused certain items to not appear in the Galactic Trade Network when searching by item name. Thank God, I think this bug has been present since 4.0. Revised all speeder piloting items to require level 1 instead of level 10. Okay, cool. Players are now able to purchase items from a vendor that require a token when that vendor is in the player's cargo hold. I like that idea. Presently, when you go to a vendor to purchase your brand new chest, but you forgot the chest token outside of your current player's inventory, sitting in your guild bank or someplace else, you can't do that. That's a really nice change, finally. Class companions recruited through Knights of the Fallen Empire content now properly transition into and out of their holo state when placed as a decoration and then summoned. I've actually never encountered that because you do know I'm not much into decorating myself, and I've never had a chance to see how exactly are they bugged when they're holo and then they are summoned and they maybe stop being holo. I don't know. Duels now end as intended instead of leaving the players in a dual-flagged purgatory, doomed to battle for all eternity. The Knights of the Fallen Empire tutorial now shows the correct chapter 1 image What was it showing before? I never paid attention to that detail. Thank you, BioWare, for fixing it anyway. And it is correctly translated into French and German clients, which I have absolutely no clue what it is about because I've never seen the game in any other language than English. Obviously, why would I see, since I don't speak French and I've forgotten pretty much everything I once knew in German. Corrected an issue that caused certain marriages to not be acknowledged. Oh, that's the bug. And they placed it as a regular general fix. Let's read it properly. Corrected an issue that caused certain marriages to not be acknowledged. This fix will not work retroactively. Oh crap. And provide the missed in-game mail. Oh, really? But in any future content will work correctly. So I suppose I should say my big thanks to Swed, who was actually here a moment ago. I hope he's still around. Thank you very much for alerting me, and probably thank you for creating that petition. I stopped following the petition, I don't know, about a month ago. But I really hope that it brought up the required numbers and made BioWare realize that this is kind of a game breaker for many players. So they're finally fixing this bug that was tormenting you for a very long time, and not just you, everybody else who was affected. Thank God I actually learned about the bug's existence and didn't participate into it. Next one. Players can no longer toggle off the dusted with snowflakes buffs that is received when hit with a snowball. Oh no. Oh no. Does that mean I have to endure the full duration? Oh. I hate that buff. I really don't understand why would they allow it in operation is my biggest gripe with that. This snowflake is cool when you're trolling other people in the fleet, but when you're striving for every single FPS that you should draw from PvP or operation environment, you don't need extra particles being taken in the form of snowflakes. Ugh, stupid move, BioWare, stupid. I know why they're doing this. They're doing this to prevent farming, because currently you can have two people who are throwing snowballs at each other constantly, and therefore just grinding the items that randomly drop upon throwing the snowflakes. Yes, very well said. Some of you who watch regularly my live shows, you know how much I hate the stupid snowballs during operations. Alright, next one. Added cooldown timers to the description of snowball bomb and snowball cannon. Okay, what's the cooldown? The snowball cannon now properly reflects the granting of parcels during the life day event. Why would you bother fixing something that expired? We won't need that really until the next life day event, which is some 11 months from now. Okay, cool. Updated the crew skills trainer tutorial to reflect that you need to press the B key to obtain the crew management panel. Oh no. If they didn't tell me that, I would never manage to open it. It's not B key on my ski settings anyway. If anybody ever decides or desires or dares to use my keybinds, I've rebinded it, of course, because B for me is inventory. In any RPG game I've played since a small Volk, since I was a small Volky, I've always been using B for opening my inventory. It's just a lot closer and convenient than I. Okay, keep reading after that. Updated the crew skills trainer tutorial. Oh, that's the same one, sorry. The last one, the codex entry for Sith spawn is now available upon completion of the mission Heroic 2 Shadow Spawn. Thank you. I care about that so very much, but it's not like I meant to troll with what I just said. It's just that I personally don't care, because I almost never follow achievements and titles and things like that. I know for completionist players who tend to do all of these things on all of their characters, this is an important update. Don't take my weird speech as a trolling. Changes to cartel market, apparently. Minas Wasp collection information now mentions the flourish animation for this vehicle. Fine. The Duster Titan and Duster Colossus speeders are now more audible. Fine. Combat changes to Jedi Knight. Force stasis may now be activated without the melee weapon equipped, and just like I believe it was Aeolos during the live show that actually almost ended, during the walkthrough that I did earlier, you mentioned how an important change this is for every Sentinel. It's probably the same for the, not the Sentinel, for every Jedi Knight, and probably the same for every Sith Warrior. Thank you, Barware. We will now be able to go into role-playing mode and do that with the knees without having a weapon, because our weapon would be in our legacy bank or potentially in another Sentinel or Guardian or Juggernaut or Marauder of ours. Because yeah, that's legacy gear. It should be on legacy gear. And my weapons are almost never where I need them to be. What else? For the Sith Warrior, the exact same change for Force Choke. I forgot to read about the combat changes. The effect tooltip that appears when Hunt of Justice is triggered now appropriately states that the next dispatch will consume no focus. I can't even remember mentioning that, but yeah, it was a bug. And the same line goes for the Carnage Marauder. The effect granted by SWTOR, because that's the name of the ability on the Empire side, lasts up to 15 seconds. Oh, wait. Oh, seriously? The effect granted by SWTOR now lasts up to 15 seconds, down from 18 seconds. This matches the duration of the... That was the change that prevented equal parsing. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think it was one of the mini bugs that turned out to be huge bugs for the class gameplay. That was actually potentially giving advantage to the Marauder over the Sentinel. And many people, especially on the official forum, started whining and complaining. I mean, whining with reason and complaining about these things from the very beginning. So let's read it one more time and just realize what the hell is happening. The effect granted by SWTOR now lasts up to 15 seconds, down from 18 seconds. This matches the duration of the equivalent combat Sentinel skill, Hunt of Justice. And we have just typo fix for the Hunt of Justice on the Republic side. Changes that I'm just gonna read here and not comment much because I don't play the classes too often and I wouldn't be able to. Changes to Bounty Hunter Power Tech for Pyrotech Discipline improved the visual appearance of the Scourge on large non-humanoid targets. I'm sure that's gonna be a game saver changer. And probably the same one for the Vanguard Plasma Tech. Improved the visual appearance of plasma ties on large non-humanoid targets. So whenever you're fighting the big ILS's ass, you know, that special monster down in the Dorn Ragu tunnels, or whenever you're fighting pretty much any of the world bosses on any planet, you would pretty much see their legs or maybe up to the ass of the boss. And that's all. And somehow BioWare is now changing the animation. Well, next time I decide to play this class, Vanguard or Power Tech, I'll make sure to check it, even though I can't compare it now. I'm gonna learn how to pronounce it, don't worry, I'm stubborn. If you can learn to adapt to my pronunciation and... what's the word? Whatever, I can learn. Alright, the crew skills. No, definitely not gonna read all of this because the changes to crafting I have discussed in a standalone separate video. But okay, brief mentioning that the cap for crew skills is now 550, that's 50 more points to grind, level up. New grind 9 materials are now available for all skills, blah blah blah. The rest you can see here and discuss with me from the other video that maybe I will link it here if I decide to put this as a standalone video. Yeah, we do have plenty of changes to pretty much all of the crafting skills and the gathering skills and everything else. Flashpoints and operations. Nightmare operations now drop 224 rating items, and yes, a handful of serious raiders that remain in the game. That's not trolling, I'm really being honest here. Do need these last few drops of items, and they can now reasonably start attempting, not gonna say farming, but they're gonna start attempting nightmare modes a little bit more serious. Right, Jim? Welcome, Jim. Each boss has a 5% chance to drop a... Okay, sorry. Each boss has a 5% chance to drop a 224 token. 5%? If I can imitate here Angry Joe from Angry Joe Show, I would slow it to about 20% of the duration and try to do something like 5%. Seriously? The final boss of each operation has a 100% chance to drop a 224 token. Cool, we know about that. I believe they're changing to a 100% chance to drop in, what was it, 4.2, which is next month, March. Operations will, with only one boss, will have a 5% chance to drop a 224 token. Start farming tomorrow, people. Jim, you pretend you've never heard that from me. Jim is my officer from Solstice, and he's kind of my helper guy, my co-leader. So, pretend I've never said that, we're not doing tomorrow. Item drops from 8-player and 16-player remains consistent. 1 row for 8-player, 2 rows for 16-player. This means killing the first boss of 16-player Terror from Beyond will provide 2 5% chances of getting a rating of 224. This means that twice we're gonna get 5% chance, which means we can end up with 0 loot, 1 loot, or 2 pieces of loot. 2 pieces of loot is a very, very lucky chance. I would definitely make a screenshot of the first time this happens to us, if it ever does. Leaving Sakan Don Nair's room after he has been killed, but before using the hangar deck console will no longer stop the console from playing its conversation during the boarding party flashpoint. Okay. Items and economy. In support of the new relics being craftable, I also talked about that in the episode when I was recording for the walkthrough series with Ida, but let's read it again. In support of, and I also talked about that in details about in my crafting overview for 4.1. In support of the new relic being craftable, BioWare wants to ensure relics found in operations were still superior to the crafted versions and the mission rewards. As such, we, that is BioWare, have changed the stat allocation for relics found in operations. The abilities of these relics remain unchanged, however, they now have an additional stat added to them. DPS and healing relics will have lost a little bit of endurance because nobody cares about that on healing and DPS classes to gain critical rating. Why the hell they don't mention how much exactly we get? Do we need to go mine again if we don't want to wait until tomorrow? The tank relics will have lost a little bit of mastery to gain some shield rating, and this only affects relics that drop from operations or are sold on the glowing radiant data crystal vendor with rating 216 or higher. During operations, you can only obtain relics in the form of a token, so there is no non-token operation drop relic, which means every token of relic 216 story mode, 220 hard mode, and 224 is supposedly gonna give more crit and less endurance for DPS and heals. More, what the hell they said about tanking, I already forgot. Next one. Alliance supply crates no longer drop premium quality gifts. We don't care. I don't care about that. Sorry, you might do, so I apologize about skipping a little bit on it. All start at 60 equipment is now bind on pickup. They do not mention if it goes retroactively. Hey Ra. So we don't know what's gonna happen with all of the equipment we've already apparently got. You know, the equipment from the level 60 token is really cool. In most cases, for the most classes, it is old gear, that old shells of a gear that doesn't exist in the game anymore. So I warn you guys, BioWare didn't mention really officially. We've heard rumors from here and there, so you still have time if you're watching this now or when I publish the video before eventually the patch goes live. Move those shells to the characters you want them to remain on. I'm not talking about the mods inside, just the shells. There is a potential threat or danger that these shells may be bound to your characters when you wake up tomorrow. and launched the game after the patch. Training sabers are now one-handed and can be dual-wielded. Yay, I'm sure that's useful. The following items now correctly direct you to the Alliance vehicle engineer instead of the smuggled supplier's vendor. Okay, these are the items. If you want, you can read it. I hope that you can see. It's not too small. Missions and NPCs is something I really don't want to go over anymore. This is actually the last part. Oh yeah, let's do a very quick brief overview. The currently old Monster Alliance Alert mission no longer requires completion of the Stalking with SWTOR Alliance Alert mission. It now requires the completion of Knights of the Fallen Empire Chapter 9, the Alliance, and the To Find a Findsman Alliance Alert mission. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head which mission is what, so if you guys make up anything out of this, what BioWare just wrote and I just read, good. If not, you would know that they've removed some requirements, potentially making it easier. Nearly all NPCs killed in open areas now drop items appropriate to their player's natural level. That's useful. Companions will no longer stop healing you during certain encounters. Which exactly are those encounters, and will there be other encounters where they still stop healing? Because this is an issue I have encountered and I've always been wondering what's wrong. Is it my companion? Is it my character being out of line of sight? Is it something else? Is it a mechanic? If it is a mechanic, there should be visual aid. BioWare always provides visual aid when something is rooted, CC'd, or otherwise prevented from helping the player. Addressed an issue where completing the required mission don't update weekly defending Voska. Alright, cool. The following companions will now speak when assigned or completing crew skills, tasks and missions. I'm really eager to see what particularly HK, Nico and Theron have to say when I'm sending them to missions. I currently don't, because they don't have really high rank on my characters, but hey, it's worth checking it. So they are not silent anymore. That's one of the things see, I pronounced it. That's one of the things I'm afraid that some of you guys may have purchased tons of level 60 characters. I'm looking at you, Rizasha. You're one of the people I know that like to spend money on things like that from the store. Sorry, just a silly joke. If anybody has spent your money on the level 60 character tokens, be sure to move that gear that is currently legacy bound to the character you want to have it. If it turns out that after tomorrow it's not legacy bound anymore, you would have lost some money if it doesn't end up on the character you want it to be on. I need to play with Jarbings, thank you. I keep forgetting about that and you keep reminding me. I will do my best to fit in some more gameplay with my famous kinky gunslinger. Bounty hunters who have begun Knights of the Fallen Empire are no longer able to encourage Mako or Torian to act on their feelings for each other. Okay, I never played Bounty Hunter since 4.0, so I didn't know about that. It's not exactly a bug, just weird thing, a weird possibility. More fixed conversations with other characters and other companions. The amount of glowing and common crystals, glowing were the blue ones, common are the green ones. Rewarded from the Forged Alliance's quest line, you know, the 4 flashpoints before Shadow of Revan, has been greatly reduced. Damn it. Why would you reduce the reward for old content? You should increase that to encourage people playing old content and low level at that. Forged Alliance is a quest chain for lower levels initially. Adjusted the difficulty of the poison gas puzzle in the Macabre Mission Heroic 2 for the record, and the other Heroic 3 False History. Okay. That means it's not gonna be soloable anymore if it's the same mission to the left of the map that I remember. I used to solo that with a little bit of luck and a couple of wives before I managed to solo it. But yeah, you need special characters that can run things fast. Eckhart locking no longer spawns at an entirely random level during the Alliance alert, a kindly old monster. Alright. Addressed an issue where multiple exploration missions had outdated prerequisites. Crap. I don't like failing to read a word properly, but well, it happens. This will reset the following missions. These are the missions. You can read all of them if you're interested. They removed the Nar Shaddaa bonus series mission NPCs from the fleet. I suppose that's good to force people to go to Nar Shaddaa, probably. The mission chain can now be accepted directly from the Colonel Harrock Imperial or from Dira Uliete Republic on Nar Shaddaa upon reaching level 60. Nice. I don't know exactly why it is level 60, but hey, I didn't know they changed that. Similar things have happened to Hoth, and again, it's been moved to level 60, so you can't do Hoth bonus anymore at level... What was the bonus for level 45? 47? I think the mobs in the bonus section area of Hoth, where it's full of heroics, were level 47-ish. So now they will probably be level 60. That's good, because there really wasn't a place where you could go back to Nar Shaddaa during the leveling process or to Hoth. You always have more cool things to do than go back to these planets and redo them. I wonder if they did the same. Yes, they did the same thing to Alderaan. Instead of making you go back at level, I think it was 40 for Alderaan bonus mission, you are allowed to do that at level 60. The last one addressed an issue with the mission Introduction to Group Finder and the weekly searching for allies were scaling incorrectly to the player's level. So I suppose it's just that people weren't receiving the experience bonus attached to that because of the level difference. That's kind of a impromptu quick overview of the patch notes. I'm gonna hurry up and publish that video before it becomes obsolete. Thank you guys for joining this nearly 2 hours long session. I apologize about not reading the chat in the last 10-ish seconds when I was bothering myself with the patch notes. If I missed an important question, please feel free to ask tomorrow. There's gonna be 2 streams tomorrow. The early one is gonna be playthrough with the light side of my Jedi Knight, Volk, that is, the Sentinel. And later, 19, that's 7 p.m. GMT, we're gonna do a regular hard mode, high priority hard mode ops. For the next week, starting tomorrow, it's gonna be De Nova. It's very likely we will not be doing full De Nova. We will just be farming the first 2 bosses 3 or 4 times, depending what kind of groups we manage to scrape. And after that, for the last probably 1 hour of the stream, we're gonna do the first, or attempt to do the first 4 bosses in Temple of Sacrifice, leaving us plenty of time to learn Revan. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. And I wish you luck with updating. Don't rush to update. Bye-bye.